Gifted Soul here, back for another pick a card reading, and this pick a card reading is going to be all about how others view you. Now keep in mind that this is just the impression that you give off to others. This does not mean that this is how you are as a person, but just how people are seeing you and how you may come across to certain people. Now I'm doing this more so because it is another one of my most popular readings on my channel. It seems to be one of the few videos where I do get a lot of views and traffic and comments and just interactions in general. So yeah, so please like, comment, share if you feel inclined to. If you would like to get personalized readings or contact me or send donations or anything like that, everything is in the description box below. One brief message here is when you are sending anything to Cash App or PayPal, please double check that it is Gifted Soul somewhere in the body of my information. Like sometimes every blue moon, for whatever reason, my link will send you to a different person. I don't know why. It has happened a couple of times, but once you do that, I am not able to process refunds or anything like that. You would have to reach out to the person that the money was actually sent to. So please double check that you see Gifted Soul 777 or Gifted Soul or something more so with Gifted Soul in it, because I do not use my government name on any of my accounts. So if it does show you like a first and last name or something of that extent, it's not me. So yeah, just make sure that you are sending it to me if that is what you are intending on doing. So yeah, and let's see, I'm trying to figure out if I'm missing anything, and I don't think I am, but do keep in mind that this is for entertainment purposes only, and it's not at all to substitute for any financial, legal, medical, or any other type of advice given to you by a qualified professional. Free will is a way of life, and we're all in control of our own destinies in the end. So I have 3 piles as per usual, 1, 2, and 3, and our stones are aventurine, fluorite, and rose quartz. And I'll kind of get into what I feel they mean for you guys once I get into the piles individually. Now, I may or may not talk about the standard healing purposes and properties for those crystals and stones, but I do read crystals like as divination. So, you know how people like to read, tea leaves and candles and clouds and stuff like that. I read candles, not candles, but I read crystals and stones that way. So just maybe seeing what intuitive message pops up with them. So let's go ahead and get started, and I will see you guys in your piles. Alrighty, pile number 1, adventuring. And to me, this is like, I'm more so focused on the green color. It's like, it gives me like prosperity vibes, like abundance. It gives me maybe natural healing, natural beauty, things like that. So I feel like people feel like or see you as someone that's very natural and very realistic. So let's see. Ooh, relieved. I am calm and relaxed. I feel like people see you as someone that is very easily satisfied. Like, I don't feel like you are someone that is very picky. You take what you get. Not saying that you settle, and I'm definitely not saying that you just take anything without doing research or without, knowing what something is, but you definitely you're not somebody that is, like I said, extremely picky. Okay, so we have 5th house, passion. So it looks like people see you as a very passionate person. I'm also seeing very talented, humorous, and just liking to go all out when you were into like a project or something like that. You are very heavily invested into things that are important. Okay. I don't know if you heard that, but that was a knock at the door. I'm hoping you guys didn't hear it, but yeah. So, yeah. So I was on this here: performance, entertainment, creativity, costume, play, love affairs, passion, pleasure, parties, children, humor, romance, disco ball. And I wasn't even looking at the keywords. I was really just staring at the card in general. And I did say, I think I said that. It's been a few minutes because I had to pause, so I can't remember. But I believe I said humorous. Like very humorous. Don't know if I said that or not. But yeah. Anyway. So we have perseverance. Be gentle with yourself. You are a magnificent soul. We have peace. So it looks like maybe you're like a peacemaker. Grieving. So I don't know if maybe you lost someone recently, or maybe an item or something that maybe was a part of your life, maybe your daily life, and maybe people are kind of noticing that you are kind of not as happy as you've been. I feel like maybe you're peaceful and you're trying to gain peace right now. But yeah, but you're kind of like in the middle. So with perseverance, it says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. This is about jumping over any obstacles. So I feel like this is people seeing you as a person that doesn't let anything stop them. Whether a big or small mountain, you tend to be able to move it and manipulate it and allow it to work the way that you need it and want it to work. So I also feel like you're a very strong person as well. Not necessarily just physically, but like mentally and just strong in general. You have a lot of strength, which allows for some people to feel like they can be courageous and they can be strong as well. So you're very motivating in that way. With the be gentle with yourself, you are a magnificent soul. It's a double-sided card. So compassion, looks like you are a very compassionate person. I feel like you want the best for everyone around you. I feel like you are not afraid. When I see this grieving card, it shows me you being not afraid to be who you are and not afraid to cry if you need to cry, not afraid to show your feelings, and that includes, you know, the more negative ones, like your emotions and things like that. And you're very relatable as well. The ever unfolding rose cracked open is happening for you, not to you. So like I said, I do feel like people feel that you are a very open person. With divination, prophecy, fate, destiny, future, or fortune. So it looks like maybe you are... Okay, so as I was saying, with the divination, maybe you are gifted, or you may kind of turn to divination a lot when it comes to certain situations in your life, or maybe you help people with divination, whether I maybe feel like family and friends more so. Like maybe you have gotten them involved in divination to some extent. You maybe have showed them the ropes, or maybe you're just telling them about it and getting them interested in it. Even if you could just be starting out on the journey, I feel like you are somewhat passionate about that, or you're starting to become more passionate about it, and the people that know about that aspect of your life, I feel like they are understanding spirituality a bit more because of you. And for some of you, I do feel like you are very good at this, at divination as well. And this is how people see you. You are very good at divination, and you're very intuitive. So that is what I feel for pile number 1. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this reading. And I hope to connect with you guys again soon. Take care. Stay safe out there. And love and light. Okay. So pile number 2. How do people see you, or how others view you? Tense, breathe, release, repeat. So I feel like people... the first thing I'm seeing is you're very serious. You know when there's a time to play and there's a time to be serious. With Mars, you have action. So I feel like you are a person that goes after what you want, and people see you as somebody that is very driven, very authoritative, very mother or father figure-ish. I feel maybe mama, papa bear type of energy comes from you, with your friends and family, just people in general. And I feel like you give a lot of good advice too. We have patience, so you're a very patient person. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Peace. So like pile number 1, I wasn't supposed to flip that over yet because it's a double-sided message, but when we balance silence with activity, we discover true peace of mind, the source of all joy and happiness. So yeah, maybe you're like a peaceful person. Your energy is like, I feel like maybe you are an introvert, number 1. Or again, this is just how people are seeing you. And that could be a good thing. Acceptance. So it looks like you're a very accepting person. And in a way, you're very stable. I'm looking at the number 4 here. So in some type of aspect, you are stable. And I feel like maybe you are stable in your mind for the most part. And I feel like you don't force things to happen as well. Like you just allow things to happen as they are supposed to. And people admire that in you. And you're all about patience and things taking time. And you're all about nurturing. And I feel earth sign energy here more so because there's some green here. But so Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But you do not have to be any of those signs. Could be the energy you're working with at this time, or maybe you need to work with that element, or in other areas of your chart. We have love. So yeah, it's like you don't see color. You don't see what people wear. You see the person. You see the inside. Like even if a person has on like some not so pretty shoes, or they have a wardrobe that maybe people don't understand, you don't worry about that. You worry about the inside of a person. And I feel like people are seeing you as a person that's not judgmental, but judgmental, if that makes sense. You know that everyone has to start somewhere, and people, I feel like, can trust you, and they know that when they come to you, they don't have to worry about being, you know, judged for what they're wearing, or where they're coming from, or who they hang out with, or just their overall personality. They know that they are accepted by you. So we have the initiation, rite of passage. You're going somewhere sacred. So the initiation, this card is one of the cards in this deck, which is the Work Your Light Oracle by Rebecca Cambell. I get tower vibes from this a lot of the time. But initiation, so it looks like, I feel like I said this about pile 1. I don't know if I did or not. But you are very, like I said, initiative, and you're going places is what Spirit is saying. So people feel like you have a lot of potential. The silky in her skin, reclaiming your authenticity. So it looks like you are, or people see you as a very I don't know why I'm getting outgoing from this message, but I do see and hear the word outgoing. And you're all about making sure you keep what belongs to you. And I feel like that's another quality that people really admire from you. And you're all about being yourself and teaching others that it's okay for them to be themselves as well. Whether that's in the way you walk, you talk, or maybe you literally preach about authenticity. But like I said, people are very motivated by that from you. So that is what I feel for pile number 2. Please like, share, comment. I wish you guys love and light, and I hope to connect with you guys again soon. Take care. Okay, pile number 3, you guys chose the rose quartz. And I do feel like people feel that you are very confident and open-minded. We have overloaded. I only take what I can handle. So I feel like you might be good at multitasking. People feel that you are good at, getting things done. I feel like you do not procrastinate a lot. But in turn, as a result, it does kind of make you overwhelmed and feel overloaded. So I feel like this is a message from Spirit saying to take one thing at a time and work your way up. We have square challenge. Creates tension, stalls, sounds the alarm, motivates, pressures into, frustrates, demands, struggles, reorients, hurts, works out, reconciles. So, I actually saw this card in I think it was the yes or no pick a card reading I did last night and uploaded. I'm pretty sure that's the card that came out from one of the piles. We have forgiveness. So it looks like you're a very forgiving person. It says, I acknowledge the harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So I feel like you don't tend to hold a grudge for too long. You know to forgive but not forget. But definitely I feel like you are, just very forgiving. So share your heart to love another, and Jesus, I don't know why I can't talk. Share your heart to love another is the ultimate expression of grace. So, yeah. The fact that you have rose quartz and then this message, which is all about love, I feel like that's a definite message or sign. And we have love. So, yeah. I feel like you guys may need to look at pile 2 also, because we talk about love there. So, you're very loving, very forgiving. You're all about harmonizing. And bringing people together. Okay, I was getting a phone call. The path. I feel like this is all about you knowing what you want, and people see you as a person that has it all figured out, is what I'm feeling with this path card. Even if you don't have it figured out, people get the impression that you do. And I feel like you typically know the answers to a lot of things. Like maybe you're like friends with Google, or just like a very smart person to where like you do a lot of analytical self research. Like you don't necessarily look up things, you like analyze and observe and come to your own conclusions, which are actually very logical and actual conclusions and answers that do make sense. But it won't be like the normal stuff you would find online, I feel. So you're kind of like Google, but in a different way. So we have animals. So maybe you're an animal person. You love animals, or maybe you may need to work with animals at this time, working on your connection with them, or maybe people kind of see you as like their spirit animal, I want to say. Yeah, you know how people say, oh, she or he is my spirit animal, and not actually, we're not, well, technically, we're kind of animals, actually, but I'm not going to get into that right now, but yeah. Sisterhood of the Rose. It says beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. So let's move some of those. So it looks like you're very intuitive. You are of higher knowing for sure. You're a very beautiful person inside and out. And I feel like you're very mysterious as well. That's another aspect that people love about you. And I'm being called to really focus on the teacher aspect of this card. You're just someone that people want to learn from. You intrigue a lot of people. And we have time and tide, oceanic spells and rituals. And we have the number 8 here twice. So I feel like that is an angel number for you guys. It looks like also the number 6 here I'm feeling drawn to, which I didn't see at the bottom because the cards in this particular deck, the number is at the top, but it looks like there was a number at the bottom too. But time and tide, oceanic spells and rituals. So I feel like people see you as an old soul, like a very traditional person. Yeah. Very old fashioned, but in a good way, not like ridiculously so. So yeah. I feel like you're very good with manifestation. And you really just create opportunities for yourself. I don't feel like you sit around and just wait for things to happen. You do your own prosperity work, or just in general, like prayers and stuff like that. You don't have to necessarily do it that way, but I feel like things come to you or come to fruition for you because of your belief system and because of, again, I don't know, I feel like the way that you were raised has something to do with it as well. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, however you were raised, it helped you become a bit more patient and a bit more creative, and kind of motivated you to create your own abundance. So, yeah. And I feel like people look up to that, or if like you don't really talk about that with people, if you were to, they would look up to that. But I also feel the last thing I want to say is that I feel like you are very what do they say, you are all about learning and all about lessons and taking things as they come, I feel. So that is what I have for pile number 3. This wraps up this pick a card reading. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know any other subjects you would like me to touch bases on with collective readings or pick a cards, etc. And yeah, take care, love and light, and I hope we connect again soon.